I will be teaching class 9th mathematics on the topic number system. In this today's session, we are discussing about laws of exponents on real numbers. Before going to start this session, we want to check your home assignment given in the last session. Now, open your notebook. You have to assess yourself whether you have done properly or not. Choose the correct answer. The first question was to rationalize the denominator of 1 upon square root of a plus b. We multiply this by, the correct option is b, square root of a minus b upon square root of a minus b. Your answer is correct, you tick as correct. Second problem, if we add two irrational numbers, the resulting number is, the correct option is A, is always an irrational. If you are right, put correct mark. Next, third question, the rationalizing factor of 7 minus 2 root 3 is, the correct option is A, 7 plus 2 root 3. If you are right, put correct mark. Fourth problem, 3 square root of 12 upon 6 square root of 27 equal to, the correct option is solution C, that is 1 upon 3. Then today let us start the lesson. The lesson is laws of exponents for real numbers. In the previous class, you have already learnt about laws of exponents. Let us recall one by one. The first law is a to the power of m multiplied by a to the power of n equal to a to the power of m plus n. This law we have to use when there is a multiplication sign among the two exponents. The one thing you have to remember that when the bases are equal, then only you can apply this formula, otherwise you can't apply this formula. Second formula is a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n equal to a to the power of m minus n. This formula we use when there is a division operation between two exponents having the same bases. A to the power of m whole raised to the power of n, then it becomes a to the power of mn. Then whole bracket is there to the powers. Now we have to multiply the powers. That is to be remembered properly. Next, fourth one, a b whole raised to the power of m is there. Here the power applies for both the variables a and b. Therefore, you have to write it as a to the power of m multiplied by b to the power of m. Now, next law is 1 upon a to the power of minus n is there. In the denominator, there is a negative sign. We want to make it positive, we have to bring the number in the denominator to the numerator, then it becomes positive. We can write it as a to the power of n. Last one law is a power of 0. If any number raised to the power of 0, then the answer becomes n. For example, 100 whole to the power of 0 is there, then also the value becomes 1 always. So, any number raised to the power of 0 is there, the resulting answer is always equal to 1. You should remember all these formula while solving the problem. Before going to the exercises, first of all let us discuss how to apply this formula while solving the exercise problem in your textbook. Now look at the blackboard, we will give some hints how to use the formula, when and why. I will explain in detail. 2 raised to the power of 10 divided by 2 raised to the power of 4. This is the first example. Now come on, tell me which formula we can apply for this situation. Definitely you will choose the second formula, because whenever division is there, you have to choose the second formula, and also you have to check the bases before applying the formula. Now let us apply the formula, second formula now. Now we can also write it as 2 raised to the power of 10 divided by 2 to the power of 4 in this way also. Now we apply the formula, we have to subtract the powers when there is a division. So you can write it as 2 raised to the power of 10 minus 4. Now we are going to get the answer as 2 to the power of 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. The answer is 2 to the power of 6. This is the correct solution for this problem. Now in second example I am explaining now. 3 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 2. Now observe this problem. Dear students, which formula is suitable? You choose yourself now. Now, which formula is suitable for this case? Can anybody tell? Now the formula cannot be applied in this case. Why it is not possible? Can you guess? Anybody? Now here bases are different, so you can't apply the formula. Exponent formula is not suitable in this case. Then how to solve it? Now you already know 2 to the power of 4, 3 to the power of 4 is nothing but you have to multiply 3 4 number of times. Then what is the solution? We will get 81. 3 raised to the power of 4 is not equal to 3 into 4, but it is 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 4 number of times you have to multiply. So the resulting answer is 81. Similarly, 2 raised to the power of 2 becomes 2 into 2. The answer is 4. I will write 4 here. Now multiply. 4 1s are 4, 4 8 is 32. The resulting answer is 324 is the solution for this problem. Now let us take one more example. Now I will take here 2 raised to the power of 2 into 5 raised to the power of 3 whole raised to the power of 2. Now here there are two exponents. One is having base 2, another having base 5. Both the power is raised to the power of 2. In this situation, which formula is suitable? Can you tell me? Now in this case, we have to use the formula number 4. There are two variables are there in the bracket. Therefore, you have to use that formula. A b whole to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m into a to the power of n. That formula I have to apply. Here 2 raised to the power of 2 is here. Here power is 2 is there. That becomes 2 raised to the power of 2 into 2 multiplied by 5 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2. The resulting answer becomes 2 raised to the power of 2 into 2. It becomes 4 multiplied by 3 raised to the power of 6 is there. 3 into 2 is 6 is there. Now this is the solution for this problem. Now let us take one more example. Another example. Now I will take x to the power of 10 whole raised to the power of 0. In this situation, which is the suitable formula? Definitely we can use the formula sixth one. When there is a power is 0 to the any exponents, the final result will be always equal to 1. Therefore, any number raised to the power of 0 always equal to 1. Directly you can write 1. Now you already learned how to apply the formulas in different situations. Now let us solve the exercise problem. Take your notebook and ready. Let us work out the problem in your notebook. Now the first line is find the value of. I will take the first problem as 9 raised to the power of 3 by 2. Now here it is a composite number. So first of all, you have to convert 9 are the factors of prime numbers. You already know how to find the factors of 9. 9 can be written as, look here, 3, 3 is the 9. How many times 3 is there in this number? 2 times is there. So I will write it as 3 square whole raised to the power of 3 by 2. Now let us use the formula now. Formula number 3 can be applied here. In this case, now you have to, whenever there is a whole bracket is there, you have to multiply the index. Therefore, it becomes 3 raised to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 by 2. Now, what you can do, 2 and 2 can be cut off now. 2 ones are 2 ones are. Then what is the remaining exponent here? That is 3 only. Therefore, we can write it as 3 cube. Now, you already know 3 cube is not 9. Don't forget, 3 cube means you have to multiply 3 times. Therefore, its value becomes 3 into 3 into 3. 3 times you have to multiply. The resulting answer becomes 27. It is the solution for the first problem. Now, second problem is 32 whole raised to the power of 2 by 5. You can write it as like this also, 2 by 5. Similarly, here 32 is not a prime number, it is once again a composite number. First of all, you have to convert into a factor, prime factors. Now, let us do that here on the board. Now, first of all, you have to divide the prime number by the smallest one which is divisible. The smallest prime number is 2. I am going to divide by 2 first. Now, if you divide by 2, you will get 16 as the quotient. Once again, divide 16 by 2. It goes 8 times. Similarly, continue. 2 4 the 8, 2 2 the 4. Now, you have to count how many times 2 is repeating. Here you have to count now. Now, count 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times 2 is repeating. Therefore, we can write it as 2 raised to the power of 5 whole raised to the power of 2 by 5. Once again, apply the laws of exponents. In this formula, which is suitable, the third one is suitable in this case. Now, I am applying the third formula. That the formula is a to the power of m whole raised to the power of n is equal to a to the power of mn. That formula we are applying now. Now, the answer becomes 5 multiplied by 2 upon 5. Here also, cut off 5 both sides. One is numerator, one is in the denominator, cut off them. Now, what is the remaining? The power 2 is remaining, write it as 2 square. The final answer becomes 2 into 2, that is the solution for this problem. Now, problem number 3. The given problem is 125 whole raised to the power of, as I told in the earlier, 125 is a composite number. Now, we have to express as the factors. Now, I will take 125 and find out what are the factors of this composite number. Now, whenever there is a odd number in the unit place, it is not divisible by 2. Already you know. Next number is 3. By 3 also it can't be divisible. You can check the divisibility law. If you add 5 plus 2 is how much? 8. 8 plus 1, 9. Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is not divisible by 3. So, this number is not divisible by 3. So, let us take the next prime number. Next prime number is 5. 5 2 is 10. Remainder is 2. 2 5. 25 will get. 5 5 is 25. Once again divided by 5. Now, in this case, 5 is repeating thrice. Therefore, 125 becomes 5 raised to the power of 3. I will write it as 5 raised to the power of 3. Bracket minus 1 by 3. Once again, you apply the law number 3. In this case, you will get 5 to the power of 3 multiplied by minus 1 by 3. Dear children, observe here. 3 is in the numerator and another 3 is in the denominator. You can cut both. I will cutting 3 both sides, 3 ones are 3 ones are. Then what will be the remaining in the numerator? Minus 1 is remaining. It can be written as 3 to the power of minus 1. Now in the numerator there is a negative sign. You can convert them into the positive by interchanging the numerator and denominator. You can change into the positive. If you want to change positive, you can change. Otherwise, this is also answer, correct answer. Now I will change such that the power should be positive. Always you will keep it as a positive number. So whatever you have to do is interchange the numerator and denominator. Then the sign will change. Therefore, 1 goes to the numerator and 5 to the power of minus 1, when it is going to the denominator, its sign becomes positive. 5 to the power of 1 is nothing but 5. Therefore, the final answer is 1 upon 5 is the solution for this problem. Let us move to the next problem. Problem number 4. 81 upon 16 whole raised to the power of minus 3 by 4. As I told earlier, if there is any composite number, you have to find the prime numbers, prime factors of that number. Now let us find out the prime factors of 81 and 16 first. Now 81, already you know, it is a odd number, it cannot be divisible by 2. So let us divide by 3 first. 3 goes 2 times, 3 2 is 6, then 3 7 is 21, 3 9 is 27, and 3 3 is 9. Dear children, how many times 3 is repeating in this problem? It is repeating 4 times. Therefore, 81 can be written as 3 raised to the power of 4. 4 times it is repeating. I will write it as 3 to the power of 4. Let us go to the denominator. 16 is there. 16 can be represented as, look here, it is a even number. Definitely it is divisible by 2. I am dividing by 2 now. 2 8 times 16. Once again it goes 4 times. 2 4 is 8. Once again it goes 1 time. 2 2 is 4. Now how many times 2 is there? You have to count the numbers of times it is repeating. It is also repeating 4 number of times. Therefore, you can express as 2 raised to the power of 4 upon minus 3 by 4 is there right here. Now further, 4 is common for the both the numerator and denominator. It can be represented as 3 by 2 whole raised to the power of 4. You can write instead of this 3 to the power of 4 divided by 2 to the power of 4, you can write it as 3 upon 2 whole raised to the power of 4. Once again there is a minus 3 by 4 is there, write it as it is. Now already you know that you can cut 4 and 4, one is in the numerator, another one is in the denominator, you can cut them. Then the resulting answer is 3 upon 2 whole raised to the power of minus 3. In this case also, if you want to convert the positive index, now interchange the numerator and denominator, then it becomes positive. You can write it as 2 upon 3 whole raised to the power of 3. This is the correct solution for this problem. Let us move to the next main, second main. Let us simplify both the left hand side and denominator first. Now, both sides I am taking. 3 is there, right as it is. In the denominator 4 is there, 4 can be expressed as 2 square. I will write it as 2 square now. Bracket 6 multiplied by. Similarly, you know that the factors of 16 already you know. It can be expressed as 2 raised to the power of 4. Now write as 2 raised to the power of 4. Similarly, 9 can be expressed as 3 square. I write it as 3 square whole raised to the power of 5 is there. In the numerator, 4 is there. 4 can be expressed as 2 square. Already you know it can be expressed as 2 square upon 3 whole raised to the power of x plus 2. Now let us simplify the both LHS and RHS now. Now 3 is there here power is not there anything, then it will be understood that it is 1 is there. Now multiply the powers using the loss. Now you will get 3 raised to the power of 1 multiplied by 6, 6 you will get upon here power is 2, 2 into 6 becomes 12, 2 to the power of 12 into here 2 raised to the power of 4 multiplied by 5 becomes 2 to the power of 20 upon 3 to the power of 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, that is equal to, here also you have to multiply x plus 2 by 2. So it becomes 2 into x become 2x plus 2 into 2 becomes 4 divided by, in the denominator 3 is there, power is 1, if you multiply by 1 into x plus 2 you will get x plus 2 only. Now let us go to the left hand side. Observe there, here 2 raised to the power of 20 is in the numerator, in the denominator 2 to the power of 12 is there. While division you have to subtract the powers. Therefore you can write it as 2 to the power of 20. In the denominator power is 12, for the base 2 the denominator it is 12 is there, write 12 here. Let us go to the denominator side. Here 3 to the power of 6 is the numerator and 3 to the power of 10 in the denominator. Whichever is great, then you can subtract the powers. That becomes 3 to the power of 10 and here 6 is there, subtract it, minus 6 becomes, in the right hand side you can't simplify, write as it is, 2 to the power of 2x plus 4 upon 3 to the power of x plus 2. That implies, now you already know how to subtract 20 minus 12. You are going to get 8 in the numerator, right? It has 2 to the power of 8 upon, in the denominator 10 minus 6 is there, subtract and write the answer. You will get 10 minus 6 is equal to 4, that equal to 2 to the power of 2x plus 4 upon 3 to the power of x plus 2. To find the values of x, you have to compare the both the numerator and denominator separately. First I will compare the numerator. Here in the numerator on the right hand side 2x plus 4 is there. That implies 2x plus 4 equal to, what is the power of 2? That is 8 is here, that should be equal to 8 only. Now let us simplify the linear equation. That implies 2x equal to 8 minus 4. Now that implies 2x is equal to 8 minus 4 is how much? Naturally you will get 4 here. That implies x must be equal to, divide 4 divided by 2, you will get the answer 4 by 2 equal to 2. This is the solution for the value of x. Similarly, you can also check by taking the denominator. Another time also you are getting the same answer, you can check it yourself. Now third question, let us solve the third question now. Take down in your notebook, prove that x to the power of a minus b whole raised to the power of a plus b into x to the power of b minus c whole raised to the power of b plus c into x to the power of c minus a whole raised to the power of c plus a equal to 1. Now let us find the solution now. To find the solution, we have to take only left hand side and simplify, that's all. Now LHS can be written as Now here a plus b is there as the index, here a minus b is there, we can directly apply the formula. Now we can write it as x to the power of a plus b into a minus b multiplied by, similarly let us go to the second one. It is also, whenever there is a whole raised to the power of any power is there, you have to multiply them together, you will get it as b plus c into b minus c. Similarly, last one can be written as c to the x to the power of c plus a into c minus a. C plus a into c minus a. Now let us simplify now. You will get x to the power of a square minus b square. Next term, if you apply the formula, you will get x to the power of b square minus c square multiplied by x to the power of, here c square minus a square, you are going to get c square minus a square. Once again, you have to apply the multiplication formula. Whenever multiplication is there and the bases are equal, then you can apply the first formula. According to first formula, you have to add the powers of the base. Now let us add now. X to the power of, first the power is a square minus b square, right, as it is. Now second, the power is b square minus c square, you have to add, already you know, add here b square minus c square plus, here power is c square minus a square, that also you have to add for this one, c square minus a square. Now you can cancel, when there is opposite sign you can cut off here only, here plus a square is there, here minus a square is there, you can cut off them. Similarly, here plus b square is there, here 1 over minus b square is there, both can be cut off. Similarly, c square is there and minus c square is there, it also you can cut off. When all the index is cut off, nothing will be remaining, so you can write it as x to the power of 0. All the powers I cancelled, get cancelled, therefore you can write it as x to the power of 0. Now whenever there is a power is 0 to any base, the value becomes 1, already you know, therefore the value is 1. Now that was the answer to be proved, therefore that is also equal to the RHS. This is the solution for this problem. Now we are concluding the session. Before that, we will give some assignment for your knowledge. Now, dear children, open your assignment book and copy the assignment. The first problem, if x to the power of a is equal to y to the power of b is equal to z, and z to the power of c is equal to x, then prove that a, b, c equal to 1. Let us move to the second problem. Evaluate sub-question A, 125 whole raised to the power of 1 by 3. Second question B, 64 whole raised to the power of 1 by 6. Let us move to the third question. Prove that x to the power of a divided by x to the power of b whole raised to the power of 1 by ab multiplied by x to the power of b divided by x to the power of c whole raised to the power of 1 by bc multiplied by x to the power of c divided by x to the power of a whole raised to the power of 1 by ca equal to 1. Sai Ram. Thank you all.